He who loves his son, I think that's when you love your child more than Jesus. When you forget that the child is given is a gift of God. On loan. And can be taken away. Jesus looked at his apostles in 38th verse. He says, he, meaning his apostles, who did not take his cross, life's burden, their shadow, their stuff, their things, and follow him, is not worthy. Jesus knew there was trials and tribulations ahead. Jesus knew that John the Baptist was going to be beheaded. He knew the Sanhedrin was going to turn against the apostles. He knew that he was going to be tried in the kingdom court. He knew that folks were going to attack the apostles and say, why are you following that man? He made you leave your house, leave your job, leave your wife, leave your children. He's causing you to leave so much. What has he given to you? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves. What has he done for you? If you can figure out what he has done for you, well, it may make it easier for you to give to God the highest of your obligation and your sacrifice. He who finds his life will lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake will find it. By the word of my spirit. The highest offering that we have is a life that you don't have to give. Your physical life, you don't have to give to God. God already died for it. So God is not asking us to go and kill ourselves. He's not asking us to go and jump off a building somewhere or perform Harry Carey. He's not asking us to do that. What he is asking for us is to get out of the way and follow him. He's asking us to be sacrificial about everything in our lives that belongs to him. My question is, what is it in your life that belongs to God? If everything belongs to God, what is it that you want to give to God? Which means everything. That means when I wake up in the morning, I give God my praise. When I find myself in the midst of controversy, I give God my worship. When I find myself honoring my stuff and things too much, I recognize I got to give my stuff to the service of him. So I recognize that none of it belongs to me. Our folks 10 years ago made the ultimate sacrifice on that plane flying over Pennsylvania. They had to make a decision as they were flying. Everybody knew that there was a destiny doomed to end up on the ground. They knew they didn't have an opportunity to go left or to go right. But everybody had to come into concert to say, we're not going to let other people perish because of the mess that we currently are in. I wish I had some folk up in the church house that wanted to sacrifice themselves to the service of God. They would know how to tell somebody that you've been wrong, to tell somebody you can avoid my what God is doing, can do, and will do, and give their life to Him. Won't you come by letter, by candidate for baptism, or by Christian experience? Let there be one